Nashville's annual John Lewis Memorial March is happening this morning, and hundreds are expected to gather to honor the late civil rights icon and his legacy and call for protecting voting rights. The march is about to start right there at the intersection of Representative John Lewis Way and Jefferson Street near the Tennessee State Library and Archives. Eric Pointer's been there all morning for us. And Eric, what's the scene like now?
Yeah, there is definitely a good crowd of people here. A lot of people are showing up to show their support and to take part in the march. They're going to be doing remarks beforehand, and one of the people we'll be hearing from is Councilmember Zulfat Swada. So kind of walk us through what all we can expect from just everything that's going to be happening today.
Oh, thank you. Good morning, everyone. And if you're still at home, I hope you come and join us. This is the 5th annual John Lewis Way March. The whole purpose of the program is, one, to honor the legacy of the people that marched before us, but also for us to step into history and march for a purpose this time, for everything that is going on. The attack on our voting rights, the redistricting, there's just so much that we need to do what they did. We need to stand up and speak up and push back. And that's what this is all about, to make sure that we continue to show up, we continue to be engaged, we continue to let our elected officials know that we're here and we're looking at what they're doing, and we're going to be exercising our rights to vote and to have a say.
And so for you, what you just said, right, everything, it's so much more important considering what's going on right now. What does it mean to you to look around and see the crowd and see everyone who came and showed their support today?
Yeah. You know, it's how do you call that? It's bittersweet, right? Bitter in the sense that we're still doing this. 60 years ago, when John Lewis and Diane Nash marched, you would think that it would be over. Right? The fact that 60 years later we're still fighting the same fight, the Voting Rights Act that John Lewis fought so hard for, is being dismantled up to the Supreme Court level. And so to still be doing this is very sad. But the sweet part of it is that they left a footprint for us. They told us what to do. We saw what they did, and I'm glad that so many people felt inclined to emulate them and come out and fight again and do what they did and march like they did.
Yeah, and I know that we had the symposium last night that was new this year.
Amazing.
Yeah, and we have a big group of people that are out here today.
Yeah.
What do you hope comes from this event today?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, that people continue to stay engaged. We cannot go away. I know people are tired. There's so much being thrown at us, but we cannot give up because we're not there yet. That dream is not realized yet. And so we have to keep marching. We have to keep standing up. The second thing is that I hope it sends a message to the power that be, that the people of the past confronted the government and made a change. And their ancestors, their offsprings, our ancestors did. We as the offspring, we do the same thing. We're not going to sit back. We're going to just follow what our parents did, and we do the same thing. And I hope they're looking, they're watching, and that they do what their ancestors did when we were marching, and did the right thing by all of us.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate that. And so they're going to be giving those remarks at any moment now, and then after they get those remarks, then they're going to hit the street, and they're going to walk from here to the library all the way down to the Ryman. So for now, I'll send it back to you in the studio.